Hi, I'm Steve Sando with Rancho Gordo New World Specialty Food. You probably know us best from our heirloom beans that we started growing here in California, but now we grow all over the West Coast and even into Mexico. We also have chilies, corn, and other products, all indigenous to the New World. We've had incredible success and we've grown year by year, but we really reached the height of our success when we teamed with a company in Mexico called xoxoc.
Almost from the beginning, I was interested in finding ways to get crops from indigenous farmers in Mexico and import them to the U.S. The market for heirloom beans is shrinking in Mexico as more and more people sacrifice the flavor of heritage beans for the conveniences of the superstores. I thought it would be great to have the farmers benefit from Rancho Gordo's success rather than for me to try to adapt their seeds to our farms. Well, as a foreigner in Mexico, this wasn't easy. Then I met Yun and Gabrielle and their families with their company xoxoc. They specialized in products made from sour prickly pears, or xoxoc, and they were all set up for exportation. Indigenous farmers in Mexico were much more receptive to them than to me, and within months, we were working with these farmers to export their crops. We created a market of customers who went nuts for these beans, but we decided why stop there? We also met a cooperative in San Luis Potosí that had a revolutionary technique for granulating their piloncillo, an unrefined sugar product. We met a bright young entrepreneur who makes the most delicious chocolate imaginable by toasting it on a clay comal over a wood fire, and then stone grinding it with just the piloncillo and cinnamon. Each project seemed to be a greater success than the last. We were really starting to change lives in a good way. At the xoxoc compound, they had to expand to accommodate our sales, but instead of bad cinder block construction, they insisted on using local clay to make adobe buildings. The problem was in town, nobody remembered how to make them. Experts came in from Puebla and taught some local men the traditional methods, and now, with the buildings finished, these men have a new craft and are making traditional adobe buildings in Hidalgo. It's an incredible thing. Last month, just as xoxoc was preparing their latest shipment to us, they were struck by tragedy. A fire broke out and the police suspect arson. It wasn't a simple fire, but incredible flames that damaged an estimated $150,000 in product, and worse off, the structure itself. Our chocolate producer, Araceli, had worked tirelessly for months making her cocoa in time for the shipment, even surviving that awful hurricane in Acapulco. And 2 months of work went up in flame in one night. None of the 1,800 pounds of handmade chocolate survived. Obviously, my partners in Mexico are devastated. Together, we've really tried to make a difference in the way Rancho Gordo customers eat and the way the producers of these great products live. Can you imagine how great it was telling our oregano producers that their indigenous herb was being served by Michelin-starred restaurants from New York to San Francisco? Some of the same producers had real trouble finding a market for their products in Mexico, and the pride many of them felt that the American consumers like you were buying them is indescribable. I'm asking for some help for xoxoc. Their losses will never be complete, but we can help them rebuild the building that is so symbolic and practical. We estimate that with $20,000, they can build and secure the warehouse and the offices. We have some nice incentives to thank you for your donation, but I think the satisfaction of helping a good neighbor who is in trouble is its own reward. Thanks for considering helping this project. Please give generously so that a lot of people can get back to work and continue down this good path. Thanks.